Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome to 90 Day Fiancé latest news. One woman's narrative abruptly turned dark amid the sparkling world of reality TV, where fairy tales played on screen and hearts were offered across oceans. Sophie Sierra is a young, brilliant girl from the United Kingdom whose fantasies of love took her to the coast of America. But beyond the polished surface of a broadcast relationship, behind the edited sequences, was a truth so horrific, so raw, that it destroyed the illusion for millions of viewers. The narrative of Sophie is this. Sophie first showed up on 90 Day Fiancé as the carefree, colorful British influencer in love with an LA photographer. Fans grabbed onto their chemistry right away, then faster still to analyze every awkward pause, every sidelong glance, every silent tension seething under the surface. Fans were unaware, though, what Sophie herself hadn't quite realized, that the man standing next her, grinning for cameras, was likewise hiding something else under well-combed hair and practiced charm. Sophie said it began with neither fists nor shouts. It began gently, like a shadow slinking across sunshine. Little things at beginning. Jokes too deep hurt too deeply. Untouched texts. Cold quiet for days on end. Gaslighting. Manipulation of emotions. Solace. Her self-worth was erasing under the mask of love. Sophie claims for months she excused it, told herself it was shock from culture. She may have been overly sensitive, that perhaps in America love simply looked like this. But it then got more intense. One night, an average Los Angeles night, the anxiety started to show physical form. Sophie tells of being pushed back into a corner. Words shooting. Allegations. Next comes the lunge. The push. The instant that would split something deep inside her permanently. She left out filming that bit. She was unable to. I felt ashamed to say anything. Nobody would have believed me, hence I was afraid. I kept wondering maybe this is simply how relationships are here. Perhaps I simply have to grow up. Sophie started to untangle the reality weeks later, after restless nights, silent calls home, and tear-streaked texts to producers. She was going through something different from love. Control was involved here. Fear was it. Abuse was involved here. She was not alone herself either. Sophie stepped forward and decided that things would be different when whispers became news. In a raw, unvarnished live stream, Sophie exposed horrifying fresh information on the claimed assault. Details too unpleasant for daytime television. Details that presented a quite different image from what TLC viewers had seen. She detailed the alleged push she was subjected to against a wall. Her heart hammered in that way. The brief flash of panic. The tears she missed since she was too numb. Afterward, she thought of screaming into her pillow and questioned whether she would ever feel safe again. As Sophie remembered the evenings that followed, her voice trembled. His justifications were, it wouldn't happen again the way he swore it. His one tear was in a different manner. And how she thought of him, just once more. It would not be the final visit. He exercised control over her silence as much as her life. She buried it for several weeks. She arrived for cast reunions sporting a polished smile. She bent for pictures, fingers tightly behind her back. She grinned, but inward she was disintegrating. Then she departed. Though Sophie packed her bags and left, it took every last bit of bravery she possessed. Far from the unit, outside the cameras, far from the man she had thought of as her spouse. She came back to England damaged but breathing. At that point the mending started. I used to worry constantly that, should I be honest, people would accuse me of exaggeration. The truth is, though, that it happened. That occurred with me. And if I say nothing, it will continue for other women as well. Sophie has become a voice for survivors all around since she came forward, shaking but relentless. Her narrative is not one of suffering only. It's a reclamation process. She still has a long way to travel, though. The reaction came quickly. Trolls here. Uncertainties. Letters advising her to get over it. Allegations that she sought to destroy his life. Allegations of lying for entertainment value. Still, Sophie stayed to her ground. I would never make this up. Not for entertainment value. Not for notoriety. For nothing specifically. My suffering does not follow a storyline. Benevolent on appearance, she is rebuilding behind it. A woman searching her memory for who she was prior to the camera, before the trauma, before the manipulation. A woman seeking to pardon herself for lingering too long. For not addressing sooner. For loving someone who has suffered. Her quiet had nothing to do with weakness. Survival was what it all about. Sophie Sierra is more today than just a reality star. She speaks advocatively. She survives. She is a mirror held up to a series that too frequently ignores the actual lives behind its narrative arcs. Her story, raw, agonizing, unfinished, also reminds us that not all heroes wear microphones and not all villains are edited in. One lady refused to be deleted from her own narrative in a world where love is videotaped, edited, and packaged for millions of others. Sophie knew this as her truth. And right now the globe is listening. This gossip is over. If you like the video, then give your opinion in the comment box and stay with us by subscribing the channel. Thank you.